Good morning. It's around like, I guess it's around like 6:02, something along those lines. You can see it up here. It's already starting to get a little sunny. Thankfully, I beat the sun today, so I'm kind of grateful for that. I'm grateful for a lot of things actually. You know, when I actually wake up in time, it's good. It's better for you when you wake up early, because you get that feeling. You're like, man, I beat it. My sleep. I don't need to go back to bed. I'm good. I can wake up, man. I can just function. Get up out of bed and just go ready to function. But sometimes you don't feel that way. Sometimes you're like more like, man, damn, I don't want to get out of bed, man. Damn, I don't want to do shit. That's when you gotta step up. That's when you gotta step up and do your actual shit. Whatever you gotta do. If it's go to work, you gotta go to work. If it's doing this, you gotta get up and do it. You don't like it, you gotta do it still. You gotta do it for the love of the game. I'm still doing this. It's probably not a lot of people are gonna see this. So who the fuck cares? I'm not doing this for anybody but myself. Now, if you see a video like this and you connect to it, then that's probably one of the other side motives that I'm doing this for. So people can see it and connect with it and see and just be like, damn, what he's talking about, I feel it. I feel what he's talking about, you know? I get what he's talking about. This morning, I got up and I didn't want to do this. It's morning, you know, you want to stay in your bed, you want to keep, you want to go to bed, you want to go to sleep, man. And it's like, damn, you know, you wake up and you're like, why am I doing this? What is this for? And then, but you also gotta start thinking. You gotta be like, man, if I'm thinking that, and if that's the bad part of my brain is thinking that, then you also gotta be like, that's probably what I have to do. You know, you gotta do what you don't want to do, because that part in your brain, that weak part in your brain, is probably telling you, just stay in bed. Nothing bad is gonna happen if you stay in bed. And it's true, nothing bad is gonna happen. But also, nothing good is gonna happen. What the fuck? So it's like, I don't know, some weird ass sound over there. So yeah, you just gotta be like, man, I don't want to stay. This is gonna be the main point in my video. I don't want to stay in this point where I'm at. You know. I was talking with this friend yesterday, and this friend goes and tells me, yeah, I have this uncle. He has a lot of money, but you know, all that he does is just wake up and then just vape and eat and stay at his house and just be like, okay, that's fine. Like, just stay in one place. Just be okay with what you have. That's good. But you can't be like that. You just can't. In this world, what I've learned is that if you stay in the place, when you know you can keep going further, it's not good for you. If you stay in a place, and what are you doing? Why are you staying in that place? What's your purpose? It's like, you gotta find something in your life that you just gotta keep on chasing for the rest of your life. That you look and you're like, I just wanna do this. Or you gotta just take up a long-term goal and just try and get better every single day. Day by day, you gotta just grind that shit, man. Cause you can't be, if you're not okay with how things are, but you just don't want to do anything, that's bad. Cause you're okay with it, but it's like, you're okay with things being bad, then what are you doing? You know, what are you doing? You're not doing anything to change it. You're just waiting for your life to get by. Maybe you're hoping for a lifeline. Somebody comes in and gives you all this shit, everything you've ever wanted. And if somebody still comes to your life and gives you everything you ever wanted, what are you gonna do with it? Just what are you gonna do with it? You're not gonna do anything. Just because you don't know how to manage that. So you gotta just find something. Just have a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, then why are you living your life? Why are you living your life? If you don't know what to do with your life, why are you living it? You know? You gotta find a purpose. Something that gives meaning to your life. Something that is like you wake up, and if you don't want to do it, you gotta remember you gotta remind to yourself, this is what I want to do. This is why I'm here. All this that I'm doing, all this that I've been doing for months, all this grind, all this mindset thing, all this getting into the right place, right position, right time, all this is just for what I want to do, what I want to be in life, you know? There's a moment in everybody's lives when they're, you know, they don't know what to do with their lives, you know, because when you're a teenager, when you're a teen, you don't worry about that stuff because you're just living with your parents. You basically get everything for free, you know. But then once you're out of there and you start paying bills and you don't know what to do, money's not coming in, your family's not helping you, you're on your own, you're by yourself, you gotta figure it out. And that's tough because you're gonna be stranded in this place where you're like, basically nobody's gonna help you. You're like, man, all these bills, all this bullshit, everything I gotta pay, how am I gonna do this shit, you know? But even though when those times go by and you know your life is hard, you don't want to do shit, you just want to be like, man, I want this shit to be over. I want to stop this shit. That's where you gotta step up. You gotta be like, you know what? It's fine. I know all of this is just gonna help me in the future. I know all of this is just gonna be towards what I'm trying to be in life, what I'm trying to be in the future. What if it's a better man, being a better man, being somebody with more money, you know, being somebody with the right mindset. You just gotta step up and do your shit, you know. When you don't want to do shit in life, you just gotta stick to something that you like, something that came up to your life that you didn't know existed, that you just feel like, man, I just like this, I just need to do this. Just stick to it. There's nothing more, there's not a worse feeling on this earth. It's just being empty, feeling empty. Because when you don't have a purpose, you feel empty. You feel like wherever you go, wherever you step foot, or whatever you think about, it's just unmeaningful. You just don't do anything. There's nothing worse on this earth than just feeling empty and not having a purpose, just walking aimlessly in one direction, just hoping something happens, you know. Damn, that shit is absolutely gorgeous. That's one of the perks of waking up this early, that you get to see it this absolutely stunning of a place. Just get lit up by the sunlight. Some things like this, you gotta just work hard for it, man. You know, I didn't want to wake up early. I'd rather just stayed in my bed. But whenever I come here and I start talking and I start, you know, reflecting on things, reflecting on life, just my experiences, just with people, and I see a sunlight, and then I'm like, I see a sun coming up, I see everything getting lit up, I see people walking by, and I just take a moment to take a deep breath, analyze everything. It's like, I like this, I like where I am right now, but I know I can do better, and that's why I wake up early, and that's why I come here and do these things.